Destiny, what must be, must be. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a word we hear often, a word that has shaped civilizations, inspired religions, given hope to the hopeless, and at the same time silenced the cries of those who wish to fight against what life hands them. That word is destiny. We live in a world where ambition, strategy, discipline, and self-improvement are praised as the keys to success. Yet if we listen closely to the whispers of life, we will hear a counter message, that sometimes no matter how hard you fight, what is meant to happen will still happen. And sometimes no matter how far you try to run, what is not yours will never come your way. Destiny, in its quiet and often mysterious way, declares, what must be, will be. Tonight I want us to explore this idea, not as an abstract concept, but as the very fabric of existence. I want us to consider life from the perspective that it is ordained, pre-written, and largely unchangeable. That our victories, our failures, our joys, and our sorrows are not accidents of chance, but the unfolding of a script written long before we were born. From the ancient Greeks who believed in the fates spinning the threads of life, to the philosophers of the East who spoke of karma, to the Abrahamic faiths that remind us of a God who declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." Humanity has always sensed that life is not entirely in our hands. We are actors on a stage, yes, but the stage was built before us, the lines written, the ending decided. We may improvise here and there, but the broad arc of the play remains intact. Think about this. Why were you born in this century and not 3 centuries ago? Why were you born in your family, your country, with your abilities and limitations? Did you choose it? Could you have negotiated another deal with life? You arrived where you arrived as you are because destiny ordained it so. History itself gives us endless testimonies of destiny's power. Take Julius Caesar. He was told by soothsayers to beware the Ides of March. He dismissed it, walked straight into the Senate chamber, and met the knives of his assassins. Could he have avoided it? Perhaps in small ways. But history suggests that Caesar's death was inevitable. The Republic was shifting, power was consolidating, and Caesar's role was sealed. Or consider Abraham Lincoln, a man born in obscurity, self-taught, living in poverty, yet somehow carried by destiny into the White House during the very moment the nation would be split by civil war. Could he have escaped that burden? Could someone else have stepped in? Perhaps. But history shows us that the arc of Lincoln's life pointed unavoidably to that role. He was meant for it. Even in the personal realm, how often do we hear stories of people who just happened to be in the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time? A delayed train saves someone from an accident. A missed opportunity leads to a better one. A chance meeting results in a lifelong partnership. Coincidence or destiny at work? We modern people like to believe we are in control. We love the language of creating your future, manifesting your dreams, taking charge of your destiny, and to some extent, effort matters. Hard work, discipline, and persistence shape the paths we walk. But think carefully. Did effort alone decide where you are today? How many people have worked harder than you, yet remain unseen? How many people were more talented than the stars of our age, yet their names are forgotten? Effort matters, but effort is not ultimate. Destiny has the final say. It is like rowing a boat downstream. You can row faster, you can row slower, you can steer left or right, but you are still carried by the current of the river. That river is destiny. You may pretend you are in control, but the flow determines where you ultimately end up. At first glance, this can feel limiting, even fatalistic. If destiny is fixed, if everything is already written, then why strive? Why dream? Why suffer at all? But let us look again. Destiny also brings comfort. When you have failed despite giving your all, destiny whispers, it was not meant for you. When you have lost someone you loved, destiny reminds you, their time had come. When life surprises you with blessings you never expected, destiny says, this too was written for you. Destiny is not the enemy of effort. It is the framework within which effort operates. It assures us that we are not lost in chaos. There is an order, a reason, even when we cannot see it. Religions across the world speak of this, for instance. In Christianity, the Apostle Paul wrote, "For those God foreknew, he also predestined." The very word predestined suggests that our lives unfold according to a divine plan. In Islam, destiny, qadr, is one of the 6 articles of faith. Muslims believe that whatever happens, good or bad, is within God's knowledge and decree. In Hinduism, the idea of karma suggests that our current life is shaped by actions of past lives, destiny written long before our birth. In Buddhism, even though free will exists, the web of cause and effect creates inevitability. What happens is the fruit of seeds sown. No matter which faith we examine, the story is the same. Life is not random. It is guided, ordered, written. Think about your own life. The people you have met, the doors that opened, the chances you took or didn't take. Did you control every piece of it? Or were there invisible hands guiding the process? That contract you lost that led to a better one. That relationship that broke your heart but freed you for the one who truly loved you. That illness that slowed you down, only for you to discover strength in places you never knew existed. Destiny is not only about kings and empires, it is woven into the very fabric of our everyday existence. Some may argue if destiny rules, then why resist? Why not simply sit and wait? But destiny does not mean passivity, it means acceptance. You must still act. You must still try. But when you act and try, know that the outcome is already known. Your striving is part of the script too. Even your failures were written in advance. It is like a seed planted in the soil. You can water it, you can expose it to the sun, but only the seed that is destined to grow will grow. Another seed will not, no matter how hard you try. The greatest gift of believing in destiny is humility. It reminds us that we are not gods. We do not command the universe. We are dust, carried by winds beyond our control. When success comes, it is not only because of your brilliance, it is because destiny allowed it. When failure comes, it is not only because of your mistakes, it is because destiny decreed it. This humility protects us from pride and despair. Pride when we think everything is our doing. Despair when we think everything is our fault. Another way to think about destiny is to see time itself as already complete. Imagine time as a book already written from the first page to the last. You and I are simply reading it line by line, page by page. We call it the present, but in truth, the ending has already been written. We just haven't reached it yet. And no matter how hard you try, you cannot rewrite what is already printed. My friends, destiny is both a burden and a blessing. A burden because it humbles our pride and reminds us of our limits. A blessing because it assures us that life is not chaos, it is order. What is meant to happen will happen. What is not meant to be will never be. And so we walk through life with both effort and surrender. We try, but we accept. We hope, but we trust. We live, but we know that what must be, must be. And so I leave you with questions, not answers. If destiny rules all things, then what role does your will play in the story of your life? If your future is already written, how will you choose to live the present moments you are given? Is destiny a chain that binds you or a compass that guides you? And most importantly, when you look back at your life one day, will you see destiny as your enemy or as your greatest ally? Thank you.